For those of you having trouble staying up to date with Illuvium Zero, I've got some massive updates for you today. I'm going to show you the new marketplace feature in action this time. I'm going to talk about some of the updates that they've got planned and things like that, kind of when Illuvium Zero Season 1 might be around the corner and other things like that. So definitely stay tuned. There's a lot happening right now, and you're going to want to not miss out on this video if you're ready to get real NFTs that are core to the Illuvium ecosystem. This is your first opportunity to get them. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So Julian's been giving us frequent updates in the Discord, and this is the first little one, and there's another much more major one. So I'll start reading it out a little bit though, for those that are just listening and things like that. But basically, anyone wondering what the transport time for the marketplace is it's biased for early game. So they've got a lot of things where basically 1,000 elements takes a minute to transport. So there's 10,000, it's about 10 minutes. And one fuel takes 1 hour to transport. Now, I haven't even used the fuel part of the marketplace yet, but there's all that, and I'll show you guys the marketplace in just a minute. And then it also minus some time for bots advantage and things like that. This isn't all that important when the game fully launches. Player-to-player trading will be a much larger factor. So I feel like this is more of a test run than anything, but it is really useful in the game, especially on my tier 1 plot for sure. So that's just kind of the major stuff on the marketplace itself, and I'll show you that in a minute. And we get over to the big tech update. Now, it's worth mentioning that there are a lot of other smaller things that I've read in the past and I've seen in leaks and things like that. The first big one is the whole zooming out thing, and you can't see your whole plot on PC. They've acknowledged that. They're working on the art to update that and things like that. I don't know if that'll be ready for Season 1, but it's probably going to be quite close. If not, it's just definitely going to happen, which is always a good thing. The other big technical thing is the VFX and stuff is kind of starting to get implemented now. I haven't really noticed it myself, but I'm sure it's there and things like that. But yeah, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So if you haven't checked it out yet, 0.1.4 has been out since last Friday with a new marketplace and new VFX. So you can go and check that out right now, and I'll show you in a second. Last week, they've mostly been stabilizing, and there have been a lot of bug reports. If you're running into weird bugs like negative passive revenue, passive element generation, then it's a known bug. They're fixing it all, and that's kind of one of the reasons they released it so early before Season 1, so they can fix this sort of stuff. So that's really exciting. They've also fixed some of the transport times and things like that, and a fix to keep the GPUs from going crazy. And honestly, my GPU is not heating up that much right now, so that's definitely working, because I noticed it used to wear up quite a bit for Illuvium Zero. Yeah, all the collection button issues with the converters. And another huge one, check this one out right here. We're making changes to the scanning activity so that you can ensure a successful scan after a fixed amount of failed scans. We'll communicate more on numbers closer to release. This is going to change it completely, especially those that have been ridiculously unlucky, if not finding it impossible to get all the blueprints. So it will definitely be attainable for anyone who's playing the 2 to 3 months before there might be an open beta launch or something along those lines. I don't know any dates. I don't have any dates, but let's say 2 or 3 months minimum is kind of what's in my head. This hotfix will be coming in hot very soon. I think it's already dropped. I just downloaded it. And they're trying their best not to delay Season 1 even further. That's really important to take away as well. So when do I think Season 1 might be? I definitely think it's possible in March. I think it's more likely in the 1st or 2nd week of April, depending on how long it takes them to get through all these bugs and things like that, how much time they might need for marketing and stuff like that. But I know that they really want to get it out as soon as they possibly can. So if you haven't been keeping up to date with Illuvium Zero, now is the time to do so. You are going to be missing out. Keep up to date. So let me show you the marketplace feature. You can see that I've built it here. I guess you could probably have more than one marketplace. I never considered that until just then. Sorry, I forgot to switch the screen. I never considered that until just then. But I think it's in the others section, and you got marketplace. I can't buy one right now, but basically you just need the engineering workshop, 500 carbon and silicon, and 2,500 hydrogen. So quite easy to get early on in the game. Let me put it that way. It's not going to be that hard. So I've got the marketplace here. It shows a little icon when your thing is finished transporting. Now, this UI needs a bit of work. For example, the times being there before you start up before you accept an offer. The other big one is when you have to collect something, it should go right to the top. That's a no-brainer. But anyways, so sometimes you'll accept something down the bottom. You got to go scroll down and find it to collect it. It doesn't even have a different color icon for the collect thing. But either way, the marketplace is really great, really useful, and it's a fantastic start. And a cool thing to get a new feature within like 1 or 2 months of the game coming out. So that's pretty hype. So you just collect it here. Then when you want to do another trade, I can't even remember what I need. But these are all really expensive. Oh my God. All right, I'm just gonna do it for the sake of it. It's probably gonna be a really bad trade. So if I say really need carbon and I have a lot of silicon, for example, on the tier 1, it's a big advantage in particular because you only have a certain amount of resources. So if you've got a lot of silicon deposits like I do on this plot, then you can just trade it away for everything on the marketplace and your life becomes real easy. So you can trade away for that carbon. It kind of means you don't need as many converters or of the converters that you would have needed beforehand. You could save a bit of space that way and things like that. Also, the marketplace, I believe, does have an efficiency. I have no idea if that affects anything. If it does, then great. I haven't really tested that yet, but definitely get in there, get testing. Leave a comment down below if you tested something and it went, you figured out something new, let me know. Also, let me know down below when you think Illuvium Zero Season 1 Alpha is going to come out. And also what more videos you want about Illuvium Zero. I'm always looking for ideas of beginner videos, tutorial videos, late game videos, all that sort of stuff. I don't have heaps of time to get super far into the end all the time, but I'll definitely make the best videos I possibly can to help educate you on Illuvium Zero and give you that head start that you want. So leave a comment down below if there's anything in particular you want to see from Illuvium Zero. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you learned something. Don't forget, Illuvium Zero Season 1 Alpha is the first time we can get a core NFT to the Illuvium universe. So that's really exciting. Without further ado, don't forget to check out this video up here somewhere. I always miss it. Don't forget to check out that video. Have a good day, guys.